are doing fantastic. Whew, I wanted to share this video with you because today had a phenomenal day for a change. Unlike yesterday, I had a very, very sad and terrible day. So it was 180 degrees from yesterday to today, and today was miracle after miracles after miracles, like good news after good news, which I never, I mean, in all of the good news all at once, I mean, I don't even remember the last time I received any of this in one day, one after the other after the other. Actually, I just remember that I just mentioned to you my last previous videos that, like in the Sunday live, that I won in 3 awards in one night, right? So that's a bit little different, but the whole day today was from left and right, like non-stop good news, and I was just mind blown. And because the contrast of this was yesterday, I was super down, super sad because of some bad news I received. And that I want to talk about because the time that literally overnight and what I did in that overnight, from the moment in the evening, yesterday evening, I received the bad news, and then turning this into what I did in that meantime, how I overcame that mental challenge and sadness, and what did I do practically so that then today I received the rewards. Whether you say it's from God, whether you say from angels, whether you say from the universe, whether you say it's because of astrology, doesn't matter. And that is the point here I want to make, is go through your pain strategically and receive the rewards. And that's what I want to focus on in this video. What did I do strategically from yesterday evening when I received the horrible news, and then in deep sadness, deep like panic, almost like what should I do, oh my god, oh my god. And then I turned my mentally, hi, thanks for the like, I appreciate it. What did I do mentally and physically to change my mindset and changed my mind and changed how I saw the situation, turned it around, and voila, boom. Since this morning, one good news after good news after good news after good, until right now. And literally from the early morning until now, I am like on full speed, like Speedy Gonzalez, really, right? Like with battery fueled, although I slept at 3 a.m. last night and I only had few hours sleep. I am almost on steroid today, and I just literally came home. Like the whole day I was like non-stop, and was so good news. And again, the point today I want to make is building on yesterday's video, right? Like whatever it is, like if it is from the universe, what have you, but what did I do as a scientist, and as for my scientist total health transformation protocol, what did I do mentally and physically, strategically, that I reap the rewards today. And again, one miracle after the other, but also hang tight, because I will talk a little bit about astrology and I want to make this, and don't worry, I will connect everything, like I will connect the dots. Even if you don't know anything about astrology, don't believe in it, and I don't follow astrology anymore, but I do have knowledge what's going on, and don't even follow the details, just the broad overview, because I've been making so many videos about that previously. You can watch those in the description, all of them listed, right? The broader understanding, not like the everyday, and then just will happen, this will happen, but in a broader understanding. And because, why do I talk about this? Because it 100 million % fits with my own life. And that is the point, not just like as others were say, hope and pray and just let it go, this will happen, this will happen. No, no, no. When did that happen? Yesterday I was smashed to the ground. I was totally upset, almost panicking, like what should I do? But then I was able to turn that around, mental and physical, and I did certain things. I slept at 3 a.m. last night, and then boom, today, like I've never seen anything like this. I have had, I don't even remember the last time I had so many good things coming to me at once in one day. And so let me now, again, if you don't know about astrology or don't even care about that part, hang tight. I will combine everything and talk about the strategy, okay? So, and to build on that, on Sunday Live, we'll be focusing on the October empowerment, like getting things done, right? Achieving a goal, the week 3. And week 3, we will talk about focusing on, and I will have already scheduled here, how can we overcome obstacles to achieve our goals, achieve our dreams? And this is literally related to that. And I will give you actually a starting a little bit gearing into that on what can you do strategically. So on Sunday Live, join us definitely at 10 a.m. Eastern. We will be on week 3 focusing on how can we overcome obstacles. And this is one of this actually, it's pretty like connected, and yeah, everything what I do is connected, okay? And so, and I would recommend after this video, download, I had prepared for your bonus workbook, and that section, how to overcome obstacles, is in there for yourself, like for your own life. What kind of obstacles are you experiencing, etc.? Definitely doing a workbook, and we will talk more on this on Sunday Live. Before that, I will also prepare a short video as a kind of intro, but this already serves as an intro on that strategically. So let's first talk just a little bit about why all of this may have happened, okay? And that is, so what's going on, and I'll talk about this for so long time, right? Since 1.5 years ago, and I have all the videos that we have. What's going on right now? We have Pluto has entered like Aquarius, right? 2023. That was when every single person on this earth would finally was like, finally something lifted off of my shoulders. I 100 million % felt that, and every single person told that to me, even with people who didn't follow any kind of these kind of astrology stuff. And I was like, okay, I already know, because I 100 million % literally felt like something has lifted off of my shoulders. March 2023. That was the time when, after in 2008, when Pluto entered Capricorn, which is here. Pluto, this is Aries ascendant. I'm an Aries ascendant. I'm a Scorpio, but Aries ascendant. So the chart is like this. And so Capricorn is here on the top, which is rules the 10th house. 10th house means all of the authorities, father figure, career, life path, where you had it, or how people see you in life, where you stand in life, your job, not your job, but your career, and also your status in your life, meaning are you married, are you widowed, are you single, what is your status, like your Facebook status, right? Relationship status, that's also 10th house. And so what that is that since 2008, right, all of these banks, governments, all the taxi cabs disappeared. Uber took over the taxi cabs, monopolizing monopolizing started, right? I have the power. Pluto, power and transformation. Pluto, like all of the bosses, all of the governments, all of the big, Amazon got bigger, Microsoft got bigger, Apple got bigger, Google bigger, Facebook acquired everything, right? Instagram, WhatsApp. So these are all like, I have the power, like dictators, like, right? I don't even want to go in there, but you probably understood what I'm talking about. Dictators were more and more in the last like 15 years, like since 2008, like dictatorship, literally, like last 15 years. I don't want to go into detail about politics, but I guess you understood when I say 15 years. Do you understand what I'm saying? So all the dictatorships worldwide, and again, I talk about worldwide, right? Because we have to talk about the world. It's not single focus. We have to talk about the world. So that would happen all the time. So individually, for example, for me, and I'm talking about this in pretty much like really all of my videos, is because I'm an Aries ascendant and I'm a Scorpio. I have 5 planets in Scorpio. Sorry, Scorpio here. I have 5 planets in Scorpio and I am Aries ascendant. So for me, as an Aries ascendant, Pluto was for the last 15 years, literally my entire career. My entire career, I had the freaking Pluto in Capricorn, meaning and as I keep saying it, I never had mentors. I always had bosses, always had bosses. Why? Because since 2008, I have been dealing with like nonstop narcissists and power plays and every single from left and right and left and right, everyone tried to do power play with me. And because I'm a Scorpio, which Scorpio is a powerful sign, and I have my Mars, my Venus, my Sun, my Mercury, my my sun, moon, Venus, Mercury, and Mars. It's all in there. Like, what more you want, right? Like the powerful full stop. And even if that's not enough, I actually, and I didn't know that because I felt always uncomfortable when I always let people. I always was running labs. I always was running people, always running, like I was always a teacher. I was always have students. I always, like I was always a leader in something. I never was like like a normal. I always, even like at Harvard, I was running the lab. In some startups, I started a laboratory. In Germany, I actually build a neuro-oncology laboratory and run the laboratory, I hired people. I mean, here I run a nonprofit, right? So what I'm saying is I always was leading because why? I understood, listen, I am a Scorpio. I have 5 planets in Scorpio: Mars, Venus, Mercury, and Moon and Sun. Powerful Scorpio. Scorpio is a leader, powerful sign, but I'm also a Aries, like Mars on steroids, right? And that's why when people think, why are you saying things straightforward, like in our face? Why are you always talking the truth? Not only because my North Node is in Sagittarius, I speak the truth, but also I'm a goddamn Scorpio and I goddamn have an Aries ascendant. So I say things in people's face. That's my nature. Speak the truth, right? But also, guess what? In the Chinese horoscope, I'm a freaking tiger. What? Like, I'm not only 1-time leader, 2-time leader, I'm a 3x leader. And so imagine when this combines Pluto in the leadership house, I had people left and right power playing me, right? Narcissists, bosses, people, neighbors, I don't know, managements, that and that and that and that. Like everyone tried to do a power play over me. And so that was my last 15 years. But when last year, then Pluto moved into, Aquarius, right? From here to Aquarius, then what happened was, whoa, something lifted off my shoulder. Everyone felt that. Why? Because Aquarius, that's not a earth sign anymore. It's a air sign, mental. And Aquarius is all about people. We, the people. I keep talking about, I have millions of videos, not millions, but lots of videos I talk about, and always the title was We, the People. I keep talking about We, the People, because right now, the next 20 years and 200, next year, 20 years, 200 years, and 2,000 years, because we are entered into Aquarian age last year. Full stop. It is about the people. That's why the last, and we'll talk about the last stretches of Capricorn, but everyone felt the relief. Everyone felt, why? Because it's an air sign, but Aquarius is a fixed sign, like Scorpio, like Taurus, like Leo. Aquarius is a fixed sign. So Aquarius has principles, like Scorpio, like Taurus, like Leo, has principles. But the principle is used for perfectionism in one certain area, that you perfect this area, but also is about geniusness. It's about technology. That's why everything, like the entire airspace, space science, and all of the rockets, right, spacecraft, science, all of the space research, everything skyrocketed because of this, because we entered of this, right? And medical breakthroughs, one breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough, I can't even follow anymore. Every day I am running into breakthrough. And we in our cancer team, like my team members, we are just like, we couldn't even like left and right, which one should we write an article about, right? Like breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough. Like there's so many breakthroughs, which I will all tell you, and I already prepared everything. I will tell you all of the medical breakthroughs on autism, on like everything, like really mental, like brain related, neuro related. Stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't, because I will talk about neural breakthroughs, okay? And I will have also the programs for that. I already prepared everything a few days ago, okay? So, and then when this is not only we the people, and it's about thy neighbor, right? Like the people, the nonprofits, the helping the neighbor, helping the people, humanity. That's what Aquarius is all about. Science, technology, space, airspace, everything. Like the next 20 years, like we will be having everything space, like space science, etc. Astronomy will be skyrocketing, okay? And also the people. That's why that with the pandemic, now government, like there was a push for the, I talked about this in my videos, there was a push for the that the public said, you got to help us. You got it. And that's why all the pandemic ARPA funds, right? And the PPP grants and the ARPA funds and that all, the healthcare, etc., all happened during these Aquarian age entrance with the pandemic. That's how we actually entered. And last year we actually entered. But what happened then? Okay, let me talk about also for my third house, because we talk about transformation, right? For me, from the Scorpio side, because Pluto was here for 15 years. For my Scorpio side, it's my third house. First house, second house, third house. Meaning my entire relationship with my siblings, my cousins, my neighbors, and I mean, relatives changed dramatically, and it was just so different than it used to be on a variety of levels. And also my speech, I talked about this in my Sunday life, right? My public speaking, I suddenly entered into public speaking, which I also suddenly I had a voice. I had a voice. People were listening to me. What I said at that time, I had Facebook. I don't have Facebook since 2019, so I don't use Facebook at all. I don't like Facebook whatsoever, and so I was like, whatever I write, whatever I was talking about, passionately talking about, like a Scorpio, I actually, people were listening, professors were listening, people like, Ayguen said this, Ayguen said that, Ayguen, and everyone was like following me and all that. And I had the voice last year or 2 years ago, right? Like with the Novavax vaccine, like I have tons of videos on Novavax vaccine, right? Like 1.5 years long, I was fighting for the protein-based vaccine, and like non-mRNA, like protein-based for millions of Americans and for myself too. And I had an FDA talk. I literally was talking at the FDA. It's on my channel and it's everywhere on YouTube. So definitely check it out. I have a live video on the FDA vaccine committee meeting. So definitely I was able to give that voice. So I had, and with the public speaking, I won awards. I was entered into competitions and regional and I don't know. So, and also pitches, right? Like business pitches. I got a finalist at a Harvard pitch competition for a cancer nonprofit, which I founded at that time in 2013. So in 2014, I pitched it and I got in a final position, so a finalist position. So that my speech transformed because I was like, I had no voice. Like I believe like nobody listens to me. I never had a voice, but suddenly my like I became like, and now I have this YouTube channel. I mean, like I talk and people listen and people follow me and take care of what I'm saying and also what I'm educating, because third house is also like technology and like short distance things, but also like the short knowledge. So the knowledge I gained was like unbelievable. Like I gained so many areas knowledge because I founded our organization. So I had to learn law, I had to learn, I don't know, everything like marketing, social media, PR, writing press releases, I don't know, do marketing, I don't know, give talks. I mean, talks, I was doing this already in my science, but like a lot of like business technical stuff, design and all that stuff. I mean, I was doing already website development since 1998, but it's still like a lot of like business stuff had to learn. I went to gazillions of workshops, of conferences, or I did tons of classes and courses, and this is all third house, like small information, because the entire time I was like doing higher education, ninth house, but now the third house, like this all over the place, like all types of information I was learning. It's all the third house for me from the Scorpio side. So now what happened when last year, then it turned retrograde towards and fall, I believe, toward end of summer and for fall. Pluto went backwards into Capricorn again, and that was like, that was like kind of like a break again, and everybody's like, right, like everyone was fighting again. and everyone was starting to, right, like the power players, the last stretch of power, like I have the power and not the people, I have the governments were trying to smash the left and right. And for me, my life, like I had this narcissist back again, like the people are trying to power play over me again. I'm like, oh my God, like, oh my God. Because also home related, right? Because for me, the Scorpio side, the Aquarius is the fourth house, meaning when we look at like that, Aquarius is the bottom of the chart from the Scorpio side, and that is like my home, where I live, how I live, what's my inner home, coming back home inside of me, and also the home, the family, building family, creating a family, and the mother figure. Because the 10th house is father figure, the bottom is the mother figure, okay? And so more nurturing, that's what it is. It rules actually Cancer's house, which the fourth house, like it's nurturing, like the home, feeling comfortable in the home and inside the home, okay? So that's the next 20 years, like from the Scorpio side. But from the again, the Aries as a first house, right? For me, it's my first house, so it's the 11th and the 10th. Again, when it came back to the 10th, it was like, again, all the governments was like this power play again. No, I have the power, I have the war, and I will get the land, and you got this, and you are nobody, and I am the power. I bomb here, I bomb there, right? And also for the people around you, if you have, right, like the narcissist. For me, I keep talking still about me, my experiences, had back the narcissists again, and just like power plays all over again. So then it went back into the beginning of the year, back into Aquarius, and now it went back for the last few months back in Capricorn. And that is for the final time in our lifetime, because that will not be ever again when we are alive. When you're watching this video, the next 200 plus years, we will be not seeing that type of Pluto experience ever again. And thank God, because for me, like I like smashed, like the narcissist smashed the heck out of me, okay? And that's why I gained so much perseverance and knowledge, right? Third house, right? Knowledge and perseverance, and how to strategically go through my pain. And I will come into that in a second. And so it went back into and final stretch into Capricorn. And this is, I talked about this in previous video, like right a month ago or so. Have you learned the lesson? The universe is asking, have you learned the lesson? And I made a video before that, because when it went back into last year into Capricorn, then like everything smashed. I had a little bit piece of time for a few months, and then everything were like fights and power play, and I have the power. I'm like, no, I'm supposed to deal with this, I can't take it anymore, you know. But then I did strategically. I knew that was, I had to go through it. And now out of the sudden, I'm telling you, I had like a complete 180-degree attitude towards these people, because I said like, excuse me, you think you have the power? I have the power and the knowledge too. Third house, right? I have the knowledge. And then I made a video on that, how to deal with narcissists that nobody talks about, and how to deal with nobody knows even that. I know it because I went through it last 15 years. And recently, a few months ago, with that Pluto come back into Capricorn, I was like, dun, 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 power, transformation. I didn't even do anything. It came naturally to me. And I was like, screw you, right? And that since that day, I am dealing with narcissists like, excuse me, do you know who you're talking to? Do you know who even I am? Do you know, and I guess you don't know who you're dealing with. And since that day, magic, boom, I won, including legally. And I have a video on that. Watch that. Even the video series that talk about, I cracked the code about how you can be successful in pressing moments when you need it the most. I cracked the code. I have a 4-step blueprint that I do since the 90s that I wasn't even aware of. But the moment those narcissistic power players came back into my life and Pluto went back into Capricorn, naturally came like the blueprint came back to me. And that's what I'm going to teach to you. I have a workshop, live workshop. So it's in my channel, sign up for that, get in the waiting list. When the more people come in, I will just share with you my 4-step blueprint, how to win every situation at the moment you need it the most, that you never think that you can get out of a situation. And I've been dealing like with, thank goodness, of my knowledge that I gained through my Scorpio side with a 3rd house, right? Like I'm dealing with power players on this side, but on this side, my knowledge, my law, legal knowledge, like, like this short information. I know this and that. I gain information, I collect information, and then boom, smash it. And I have a video on that. Watch that video, how you can deal with narcissists that no one talks about and no one even think about. Watch that video. It's exactly the summary of this. And so then for the last few months was like in the summertime, like spring, summertime was like, oh, finally breather again. Oh, good. Like from April until like June, July was okay, finally breather. And then boom, for the very last time, Pluto went back into Capricorn. And then like this, and this was actually this week. I mean, not this week, like the whole October, because the whole September, actually September, October, I was like fighting square one, not square one, but actually now back into that old story again. Literally, it doesn't finish, like the whole story back again, all over again. But this time, again, you grow up, right? You grow up because transformation and power. Again, I keep talking about that. My channel is all about empowerment because we all always, I see this in other channels and people writing comments like, everybody has power over me. No, you have power too, because Pluto doesn't go to their sign, it go to your life too, right? So for some area, you are transforming and being powerful. And right, so that's what I'm talking about, that you have to analyze in the week 1 in your Sunday life, a self-assessment. Where are you growing? Where have you been growing into, right? For the last 12, 15 years. And when that came back into September, October, I'm like writing tons of emails, like, come on, let's do this. And I had the power this time. I was leading. I was telling, let's do this, please, let's do this, let's please, because of this situation, I have to, let's do this way and that way. And even, I mean, this way, that way, I remind me of 2.5 years ago, and this is how the scientist total life transformation protocol has been has been born, because I told like the Harvard MDs, like the micro specialists, like let's do this way, let's do that way, when they couldn't help my health. And so it had a toll on me, trust me. When you have all the narcissists in your 10th house for 15 years, all of the power plays non-stop, no breather, no breather, no breather. It smashes your health. That's why I'm also focusing on mental health, physical, emotional health combined, because it can smash you. I have a comprehensive video on my channel. Check on the Dr. Ayguen lectures. Unhealthy relationships make you ill. I have a section on cancer. I have section on stress hormones, and we will talk also about I have actually prepared last night and send it over to one of my clients I work with, a 70 plus years old, on the scientist total health transformation protocol, to how the stress can cause physical symptoms. And I have a list and have a nice booklet and workbook, send it to her. So definitely we will dive into the stress and the physical symptoms of stress. And trust me, it had a horrific toll on my body, mental, physical, emotional, and I had the power to get over it. Why? Also with my third house knowledge to gain, that I research, and make it happen. So that's how the scientist total life transformation protocol has been born. Again, power. I had the power over my health, over the people, and the people who are trying to smash me again. No. I know the law. I know this. I know that. I collect this. I have this. And then, even that way, guess what? The lawyers were like, I've never seen anything like this. Like, whoa. And I will make another video on that. Self-advocacy. Knowledge leads to self-advocacy, and self-advocacy leads to save lives. Like, you can save your own life. Let me tell you, on all levels, you can save your life with knowledge, self-awareness, and then save your own life. And that's what I did. And so then September, October, I was like emailing, like, come on, let's do this, please. I didn't allow, I was stressed out, really stressed out, because at Capricorn, like back again, like, God damn it, like, I can't wait, like, really over this, because like, and these are the final stretches. And then I believe that I was able to set everything up and everything was fine last week. And then last night, I received the out of nowhere, like back to back, a letter and then a email. And I'm like, done. I was smashed to the ground. I have, like, the power plays were back again. Like, this is how it's going to go. I'm like, what? I sent all these emails. I thought we were okay. I thought everything was fine. I thought we had everything on the schedule. Everything was supposed to be smooth. And then it didn't happen. I'm like, wow. I was so panicked, because I said, okay, that's it. Like, they decided on this, and that smashes my whole life again, from back again. Like, I was like, I don't even know what to do anymore. Like, what I'm going to do. I stopped everything, and now we get into the strategy. And I will share with you now my strategy. I left everything. It was in the evening already. It was like 6 p.m.-ish, 6 or so, 6, 7. I stopped everything. I get out. I took a walk. And that's what I do. I do every evening. I take a walk to get mentally and physically, and I have videos on that too, because I don't do the meditation. I can't do meditation. That's my meditation. This is how I get everything in order. So I took a walk, went outside, left everything, because when I take a walk outside in fresh air in the park and everywhere, then it's like miracle. It's like magic. Magic happens in your brain, because when your brain is in a relaxed state, that's when magic happens. That's where the ideas happen. That's where the brilliant answers come to a multi-million-dollar question, multi-million-dollar answers, new ideas, creativity. It's just skyrockets. All happening to me. All of my brilliant ideas comes outside when I walk or when I take a shower before sleeping. And this is since the 90s. It's when I noticed that. I have a very big story on, and when I was in college, that's the first time I realized that. And also the success on demand, that blueprint also happened in college. And so at that time I was like shocked, like, holy cow, what is this? It came out of nowhere and had a multi-million-dollar answer to no one could had the answer to a scientific question. This is genetics related, and it came to me before sleep, right before sleep. And let me know in the comments when you have, which I'm sure you have that. If you don't pay attention, when you in the toilet, for example, when you go to the toilet, straight up, I'm telling you, it's when the body is like, if finally the brain relaxes, that's when the magic happens. And shower, walks, bicycle, swimming, right? When I dive in and swim, I haven't swum for years. I'm a former water polo player, but when I swim, it's meditation for me. Like I swim, and when I dive in the swimming pool, it's like the world stops. No sound, just you and your thoughts. And that was a meditation for me too, but I haven't swum for so long anyway. So when I went outside and I took a walk, and I was like, okay, that's the situation. So here, listen to me. I said, like, of course, I was like, holy crap, like, how can I overcome this? And in fact, if you don't know me by now, hi, I can see the future. So few days, actually a day before that and the day before that, 2 days before that, I was nonstop thinking out of nowhere, not because I want to, but it came to my brain that what will happen when this will happen? I will do this, I will do that. Because as a Scorpio, I always have like plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E. Like this is a Scorpio thing. Okay, so I don't even know. I was like, okay, think about this, because that will not happen. But my brain kept coming like up and like when this will happen, I can do this way, that way, and I'm like, okay, no, this will not happen, because I don't want to call this in, right? But it did happen. Exactly, it came to my brain 2 days and a day before. So I was then almost a little bit trained, but then this was actually now the reality. And I had to come over with the reality. And then I said, okay, I can do that and I can do this. I know it sucks, but this is the best possible way. But then I have to do things also to make it possible. So then I was like, okay, that's going to, and that was getting out of my comfort zone, because for so long I was like, no. I was like kind of like shy, like I want to do this. No. I kind of have to do it, but somehow I was always like kind of like pushing myself through a little bit out of it, you know, because it's still out of my comfort zone. Again, I'm a fixed sign like Taurus, like Leo, like Aquarius. I'm a Scorpio, and I don't like the get out of comfort zones, but I have to put, because I always get out of comfort zones and do it because I'm an Aries ascendant, right? The Mars in steroids, but I don't like it. I prefer not to be out of the comfort zone like Taurus. Taurus is like the big shot of not getting out of comfort zone. For me, I'm also, because Scorpio, Taurus and Scorpio is like straight up in one line, right? We are similar. And so I was like, that was it. Last chance. I have to get out of comfort zone. I knew I had to, because I had to somehow get out of that situation. And the only way was to get out and to finally do the plan that I already had for so long. And so I came straight back. I said, okay, that's it. But at that time, it was suddenly, because it was always scary, right? Like, oh my, I was kind of going like a snail around it and was doing other stuff, but not that. I was planning for years that, but I was never doing it. It was kind of scary. But at this time, it was not scary. Also, it was like, that's it. I have to do it. And it wasn't even like, oh my God, I have to do it. Oh my God. I was like, okay, how can I do this? What should I do to make it happen? I came back, literally stayed up, straight up, sit down, took my notebook, and I wrote it down and start to work to structure. How I'm doing this, which step, should this step, that step, and this step. Like, I literally was strategically planning how to go about it. There was no fear anymore. Because that's it. And I will tell you exactly why. Because that was it. I have to do it. But it wasn't like, oh my God, I have to do it. No way. I was like, okay, you know, I was cool. I was calm because my brain, because I'm a mental person. Scorpios are pretty mental people. Like, they think of Scorpio is a water sign, so emotional. Scorpio is a goddamn mental person. Like, we can connect the mental with the heart, deep soul, and deep brain. Because Scorpio is always a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan A. So Scorpio knows how to do that. Strategic, right? And that's why we need our brain. So tell me everything brain, that's it, right? And so I use my heart and soul combined with my brain, and I strategically planned out. I literally mapped out everything. I decided that's my niche, that's my path, that's my program, that's a new, and stay tuned. You will be so excited because boom, a new program is born. And so, because I was sleeping on it for so long, I was preparing for the last 2 years or so, but I was like, never, like, not the time. And it's the time right now. And out of a sudden, okay, I will contact this person, that person. I will make it happen in the next 7 days. This will happen. I will contact this many people and we'll do this or this. In fact, I just had actually did it. And I am a shy person, believe it or not. I'm a shy person. It looks from as a Aries ascendant, I look like, yeah, fiery, right? But I'm an introvert. I'm a mix of introvert and extrovert. Nobody see my introvert side. I can be very shy, but very powerful too. So it's a Scorpio thing, you know? But so I was able to literally in 7 days, this will happen and that will I will make it happen, because there's no other option. Why? Why? Because Pluto stations direct with 29 degrees, meaning now Pluto is stopped at Capricorn. It now will go back into Aquarius on November 19, but it's now station stop where the energy is super powerful at 29 degrees, which is the absolute powerful degrees, because every sign has 30 degrees. That's the final 29, very powerful. I have 29 degrees in my chart, and don't even get me started on where it is located, but the 29 degrees, it goes into station direct tomorrow on the 11th. But for me, I say this for years, I always experience the energies before people say this will happen that day. Focus on your own life. Don't tell other people on this day this will happen. For me, it's always before. And that was the last boom stretch of final that I just said, that's it. That was it. I had to do it. That was the final stop of the Pluto in Capricorn straight. And then when it goes forward, it opens the doors. But I had everything planned. I did everything. I slept at 3 a.m. in the morning, way past my bedtime. But I had everything structured. I was ready to go. I was like, okay, in 7 days, this will happen. This morning, I wake up, even I slept at 3, I wake up at the same time. One miracle after the next miracle, after the next miracle, after the next miracle. And even I had the call with that people. And by the way, yesterday, I even did the last shot and emailed them and said, listen, there must be a mistake because we talked about this. So what changed out of the sudden? I thought this was set. Why? Can you please double check again and talk with that person so that, that can be corrected, because this is not what we talked about. So I did that yesterday evening. Then because it was already after hours, like I was just hoping and praying that, but I did still 3rd house, right? Powerful voice, 3rd house. I still said an email and said, listen, again, self-advocacy. Knowledge leads to, I will make a video on that, stay tuned. Knowledge leads to self-advocacy, and that will save my life. Why? Because this morning, I had a phone call and I didn't even check my emails. I had 0 time to check my emails. And I got a phone call and they said, oh, you know what? They sent an email and it's all set. They will do that as we talked before. I was like, what? And I opened the email and there it was. Yeah, no, we changed it. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, I was like, I went through hell and back, but not as much hell and back. I was very sad, very upset, very, very stressed out. Not so much shaky as before, but like I had mentally, I have to do something. I gotta go, I gotta do it. That's it. There's no other option because of the final stretch of Capricorn. Never ever again. That was in my brain. Like, I wasn't even thinking of this because it was naturally like, that's it. There's like no way to go, like dead end. Have to do it, and I will do it. That was this power play from my side, right? The power was on me of my 10th house. And I wrote that email, said, please double check again because we didn't talk like this. See? The voice, the powerful voice, right? That from the 3rd house actually let me do it because I wasn't scared. So, let's say in the beginning, 10 years ago, I'm like, oh my God, the narcissist like doing this. Like, no, listen, check it again. We didn't talk like this. And then, boom. Yeah, okay, we changed it back to that. And what happened? That plan is a bonus now. I have the plan, right? So, guys, I mean, voila. And today, from left and right, like, I got a good news when because I told you yesterday my mom was quite sick for the last few days, and I was very worried and very sad because we are like thousands of miles away, right? And so I was very worried for the last several days for that. And so, and then I also, my mom was super nice, like still like energy is low, but still happy, smiling, like my mom is back again. I'm like, oh my God. And that was another great news. And then I was able to send that workbook to the client last night, and then I was able to do the plan, and I got the good news with that thing what I was like so worried about. And there was a whole day, I had a dentist appointment, and I was so worried that something happened, what have you, and everything was fine. I was like, oh my God. And then I went there after that. There's a like a store, a large store, and what's that called? I don't know, a large store. And so there was a lady from the perfume section, and I made with friends with her at the beginning of the year, and we had a nice chat. And every time, because I rarely go there because I have every appointment 6 months or so, right, dentist appointments. So I stopped by there because there was a perfume and she introduced me to, like, in the beginning of the year, and that is it. Like, that's my perfume going forward. That's my perfume. And super expensive. I mean, I haven't purchased perfume for so long, but that was like, okay, I gotta buy this. But hopefully when I fly or so in the duty free or something, probably get it a little cheaper. But it's insane how expensive these perfumes are. But I was just chatting with her, went there, like, oh, hi, and so on. And then I talked about like the flights and like how, like, the flying thing, and we were just chatting a little bit. And then she said, and I was like, oh, we talk about that perfume, like, this is your perfume, right? I was like, yeah, I love that perfume. I will buy it in the duty free or something. And then she said, wait. I was like, what? I will give you a sample. Because she didn't do that twice before. Because I was kind of hoping, but she never did. But this time she said, wait here. I will give you a sample. I was like, oh, there, yes. And then I waited there, and then she went and she gave me a sample. Oh my God. That was probably the high. I don't even know which one was the highlight of the day, but that I have that perfume now. Like, oh my God, and I have it on me now. Oh, smells so good. I'm out of this moon. And again, that didn't stop, right? The strategy, I already set it up. And I said, and today I talked literally for the first prospective client. I said, I pitched that the thing, what I want to do, I was like, I didn't do this ever before. How? Because the third house was transformed, and that my strategy with that last panic of the last stretch of the power plays, and that's when you, my friend, can tell and show that you have the power, not only the other people. Like everyone believes, and all the social media everywhere and YouTube is like the other people have the power, and I educate the opposite. When they have the Pluto and have the power, what's happening with you? You are living on this earth. Somehow, in some areas, you have the power too. You develop. So I want you write in the comment which areas you feel in your life has been transformed, where you feel you have now the power. Let's go briefly over it. Let's go briefly over it. For Aries, right, it's the 10th house. I just talked the whole thing about the Aries at the 10th house. And the Capricorn, and then we'll move into the 11th house, right? Into the friend circle. I have already a video on that, what happened immediately. Because for the last 10 years, I was, I found a nonprofit on 2013. And on January 30th, is an Aquarius time. Actually, our nonprofit is Aquarius on January 30th, his birthday. But then January 30th, 2013, I founded an organization. And so since that time, 11 years, I was literally out of sight. I was working. I have no idea. I have made a video on that. The moment in March 2023, when Pluto went to Aquarius, suddenly I got to learn all the nonprofit CEOs, executive directors of our city, and I joined their group. There's another nonprofit where they come all together and we do a monthly meeting, and suddenly my network, right? That's Aquarius, network, people were like, and then the moment last year Pluto went back into Capricorn, I have to work again. I I couldn't even go to the meetings anymore. And then when Pluto went direct, I was like, okay, and then I have to, it's just not, you don't plan it, it just happens like this. And so what I'm saying is now, since Pluto is back to Capricorn, I didn't even have meetings at all. Now, I hope that after, and because now station direct, right, tomorrow, but for me, I experienced further before, is that network, right? Today, I had the first, in that idea, the first client call, prospective client call, for the first time. And I already planned this month that for our organization, I will do the prospective donation calls, right? And prospective partnership arrangement agreements calls, full stop. Like, I waited for so long, that's it. I will do it. I will do the phone calls. I will get the donations for our organization, etc. Because it's moving now back into Aquarius. Network, people, friends, friend circle, friend groups, new people, new friends, new associations, new sets of groups of people. I can't wait for this, I swear, because I was like out of sight for 11 years. Out of sight of 11 years. I mean, think about that, the toll on person's mental, physical, emotional health. Finally, it's getting over, okay? So for Aries, it's the 10th now into the 11th. For Taurus, it was in the 9th house, right? Like the 9th house was like nonstop, like long distance travel, the the ideology, the religion, the religious beliefs, right? That what we are believing, what you, the Taurus, what the Taurus believes in, the fanatism about a strict religion or strict belief system, and also long distance travels, higher education, and the philosophy, what the Taurus was like thinking the world, what the world view. That was Taurus dealing the last stretch. Tell me if you're Taurus, what is the last stretch in the next few, like what right now, the last few weeks, what do you experience on that, the last stretches? Because the now it moves into the 10th house for Taurus, right? Like the father figure status. If you're married, maybe get divorced or widowed. If you're single, you get married. If you, I mean, non-relationship relationship, if you change your career, you have a career change or a complete transformation in your career, or you're standing in the world, how people see you in the world, this is all going to be transformed. Again, it's different though. It's different than unlike we experience as our Aries ascendant. It's more mental. And of course, if you're Taurus, probably most likely you have Gemini in somewhere in your chart very prominently, and Gemini is so well because of the air sign. So the Tauruses most likely will love that transformation. Again though, it's not easy for Taurus. Why? Because like Scorpio, it's like the comfort zone, getting out. I mean, imagine a Taurus going through a transformation in the standing, how the people see Taurus in the world. That's a big deal, right? How Taurus career, the thing they make money, and how they stand, like people see the Taurus, that's a big deal for Taurus. And so there will be a lot of transformation. So tell me in the comments, Taurus, if that's the thing for you, and what did you experience just the last few weeks, right? Or couple of weeks. Then for Gemini, this isn't, so let me just do it in my cheat sheet here that I did like last year. Hold on, let me just do this from here. For Gemini, it was in the 8th house. It will be now in the 9th house, right? For Gemini, 8 was in the 8th house. Now we'll move in 8th house. Now we'll move into the 9th house. And I don't want to go deep, like all of this all over again, because I have a detailed video, like 2 videos, and I have actually a playlist on Pluto in Capricorn and Pluto in Aquarius for all signs, and I dive deeper into it. So let me don't go into that because already like I'm past 1 hour. So but you can definitely see it. So just quickly, for Aries from 10 to the 11, for Taurus from 9 to the 10th, from Gemini 8 to the 9, for Leo, for Cancer, 7 to the 8, for Leo, 6 to the 7. And then for Virgo, I'm sorry, I just want to say this. Hold on one second. Yes, for Virgo, 5 to the 6, Libra, 4 to the 5, Scorpio, 3 to the 4, meaning, right, from the 3rd house, I talked about all the communications, and now in the 4th house is the final home, building the home, right? Because Taurus and Scorpio is the opposite, right? So Taurus and Scorpio is the opposite, right? For the Taurus is the top of the chart, for the Scorpio is the bottom of the chart. How people see Taurus, the standing in the world, and for Scorpio is the home, the finally finding the home, being peace in the home. My God, I need peace. Jeez, I need peace, right? Then for Sagittarius, from the 2nd to the 3rd, from Capricorn, for the 1st house, the 2nd house, now the money, right? The monetary and self-worth and self-value will be changing for Capricorn. Aquarius was in the 12th house. Now Aquarius is, I have tons of videos on that. Aquariuses go through a full-blown transformation like a maniac, okay? And then Pisces from the 11th to the 12th house. And also like 12th house is Pisces house. So Pisces, geez, go a lot of transformation. And I know people have the Saturn is in Pisces, right? Saturn return. I talk with people who have Saturn return, and I just couldn't believe it. I just learned today that the person said has a Pisces, has a Saturn return. Actually, Pisces, the Saturn is in Pisces right now, and the person is a Pisces. And then she said, like, the whole career will be changing. She doesn't want the whole 20 something plus years what she did. She want to completely change this to something else. And I said, okay, then I have a Fearless Achiever 2.0 program for you, right? Like, because the higher achievers and switching into the 10th house matters, right? Career, life path change, status change, the 10th house change, and to the next chapter. That's my Fearless Achiever 2.0 program. The total health transformation, how I healed my entire body, my mental health, physical, emotional health, because of all of this trauma of the 10,000 Pluto Capricorn, like narcissists from left and right. And don't get me wrong, my entire life since childhood I was dealing with narcissists, but this way was more with the bosses. And obviously I had a raising career in science, right? Like in all the Ivy Leagues and what have you. And obviously there's tons of elbows going on in academia and in medical sciences. I pretty much bet everywhere, but and again, it's not just the career side, but also the people around you, like, right? People, neighbors, people on the street, everybody has power. They're trying to just do the power over you, and that's the thing. That's the 10th house. But at the same time, wasn't just drama, because I founded our global cancer nonprofit organization during this time. So do you see what I'm saying? So at that time, when Pluto went back from Aquarius back to Capricorn, and I said, excuse me, who are you talking to, right? No, like, you can't talk to me like this, right? Like, what are you doing? That's when I became the boss. I also transformed my 10th house, me being the boss, and me being like showing also where I stand in the world, because I'm now not just this scientist, I'm now the CEO and cancer lead of our global nonprofit organization, which we earned and won the United Nations Award in 2019. So what I'm saying is, and this is the empowerment messages I want to leave you with, and obviously all my channel is all about empowerment. It's not all about other people, it's about you. And the empowerment message I have for you again is, other people have the transformation and power with Pluto, but you have it too. You transform too. And that's I want you to focus on, because all the drama at the same time, all the transformation and power. So I want you to write me in the comments, where was Pluto, even if you don't know, doesn't matter. You don't even have to know any of those. Just tell me what areas of your life you had challenged for the last 15 years, and especially the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, what happened, like, where you're just like, oh my God, the entire summer, I was like, spring and summer, I was fine. Like suddenly, like, everything went back again. What is that? I want you to focus and write me in the comments, what is that the last 2 weeks, like this, like since, I would say September included, September, October, that something came back, right? Like, oh my God, I got to deal with this. Like, what the hell? Like, stress again. Can I just be over? It will be over. It will be over starting today actually, or for me it was yesterday, I mean today literally. Even though everybody would say Pluto direct tomorrow, for me it doesn't matter, because my that is literally, I experienced it before. It always was, it always will be, and that's just the nature. That's why you need to see for yourself, okay? And in any shape or form, if you want to work one-on-one with me, I also can look into that. I have consultation also. You can book that. People did that last year. It was really nice. And you can do that in my coffee store commissions. Actually, I have a coupon now. Yes, I also want to say that if you go into my community tab, I have coupons for my Etsy store, for my coffee, and all store all over, like everything I sell, all workbooks, all of the everything, and including commissions as well. So if you want to work on me, those are in sale right now. I have a flash sale, 48-hour sale, and that goes from Friday, starts tomorrow. Actually, does it start tonight? No, I think it starts tomorrow. I think it starts tonight at 12 a.m. I think so, Eastern. So that has a 48-hour flash sale, my Etsy store, my coffee store, and my spring store, like the merchandise below with all the empowerment messages. So I do a 48-hour flash sale. Everything will be on sale, everything I have. But is 20% off. But if you are my e-newsletter subscriber, I have a special gift for you. You will get, instead of 20%, 25% off everything. So you will get a coupon right away when you sign up. But I also want you to think that the workbook, my bonus workbook for you, how you can achieve a goal in October. Actually, it literally happened for me. So that literally, it's just crazy how everything is connected. I'm telling you, I see everything in the future, right? And so there it is. I already made the workbook 2 weeks ago, and you can download it for free. So definitely get the workbook and stay tuned for Sunday Live, where we talk more about how you can overcome obstacles. I literally prepared that 2 weeks ago. And voila, today was almost an intro for that. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you, all of your likes. I mean, everyone saw it here. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. That showed me that this was helpful and you liked it. I so appreciate that. I'm so happy that this helped you. And write me in a comment which area for the since September, October, were like, this is back again, damn it. And which areas you feel like, hold on, boom, right? Which area in your life is that? So let me know. You don't even have to, again, know any of this. It's just you feel it, and that's what matters the most. You and how you feel empowered. I will see you on the Sunday Live and also in my e-newsletter. Bye-bye.